Alright, what is up? We are in Animal Kingdom today, showing off all the new construction updates, Rivers of Light, Tiffin's Restaurant, of course, Avatar Land of Pandora, Avatar World, whatever you want to call it. The sextail animals. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's come on in, check it out, and see where we go from here. So kind of interesting here in the parking lot, the magic of editing. Preferred parking has now made its way to DAC too. Originally that was just a Magic Kingdom Epcot thing. I guess it's making them enough money that it works good for DAC too. Which, I don't know, this one might not be a bad deal either. I mean, granted I'm not paying for it, but as it comes to taking the tram versus walking, like, these are really close spots to the park where you can kind of get in before having to take the tram, especially if you get one of these like right here on the end. You just take this pathway and you walk straight into the park. It's a good deal. Like me, I'm parked a ways this way, but I still walk. But so yeah, preferred parking here is now now DAC. Although I assume there's a cast member here at some point. Park closes in probably about an hour, so we got nobody here directing people. So I guess anyone could really park in preferred parking if they wanted to. But that's what it's here for. $35 park here. $20 park there. Alright, here's our first look of the day of Avatar. And you can see a lot more greenery is appearing on the rock work there. Still working on it strong, they're definitely painting it, but it looks certainly a lot greener and mossier than it did. There's that guy who now has branches growing off on him. So your flying mountain now has some grasses and some branches. There's the big giant crane still here. Alright, so that's the look from the outside of the park. Let's head on in and see what we can find from in there. Alright, so this is kind of neat, and I guess it also really fits the Animal Kingdom area. The sand sculpture that was at the Flower and Garden Festival. I don't know if they moved it or they made a second one, but here it is right out front of the park for the Jungle Book in theaters in 2 days, April 15th. Hopefully I get this up in time so that 2 days is actually relevant. But Jungle Book thing. Now, move over here. Here's another really cool look at how much greenery is actually on the Avatar scaffolding here. Looks pretty sweet if you ask me. Alright, from the rainforest area you can see a lot of work is now coming on. There's a lot of rock work and color. Greenery looks really pretty here, and a hell of a lot more work has gone on over here. Crazy in the month how much more detail the rock work has gotten. You can see a building has formed up here. Not quite sure what that's going to be, but it's definitely like a building or some sort of wall there. Shifting on further along here. More of that pretty greenery and stuff over there.
If you don't see him here, he's probably straight outside.
So this looks actually pretty sweet. The backside of the Avatar rockwork here over the fence there. Kind of looks neat. But this is over by Tiffin's, which appears to be almost ready to go, which is great since, you know, it was supposed to open last week, or it's supposed to open in 2 weeks, but it's not. But you got your definitely some color and everything there. It looks pretty cool. So it doesn't appear anyone is working on Tiffin's. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a staff inside, like working on the interior or training and developing in there. But Tiffin's looks done. And that's how far away Avatar is from Tiffin's. Pretty far. Alright, so the walls are down at Wonders of Light, so I can walk up a little closer to it, and not the refurb that I thought it was going to get. It's still very much an open air stadium, or theater. Zoom in here, I can zoom right through it, like, hey, the other side of the theater. So clearly it's not going to be so it can run at night. I don't really know what they did. I guess it looks pretty. I've never seen the show to begin with, but I would have guessed they would have enclosed it so that way it could run at night. And this park is now going to be operating more at night since the birds can't fly at night because they get lost in the lights and all of that problems. So I'm not sure, but it's now open and has showing times. So if you want to see the show again, I guess you can. It's right here. All right, Rivers of Light update time now, and we've got this barge here with lights on it. Not like show lighting, but powered lighting to light up the night when they are trying to do working on it. So you got that barge step there, and the stadium further on in the background definitely looks like it has some new like thematic elements up there with like the blue lights and stuff. And the walls are down, so let's go take a closer look at what we can find. This is awesome. The wall here by this temple thing is now down, which gives you another view of Everest as well as the stadium itself, which is cool. I like that. So as we walk along towards Everest, you can see the walls are down everywhere now, and there really isn't anything in the lagoon, but there certainly is seating. That's there. Alright, so last update we were talking about how the difference in like the theming it felt like between the two sides. It's clearly visible here. Prayer flags from Asia all over this one. And these blue flags over here. What's going on that side? I guess when I take a closer look I'll be able to tell what the theming really is on that side. Not entirely sure, but definitely looks... definitely has two different sides to the stadium, that side and then that side. And I'm also really excited I can just walk around it and there's no walls here anymore. This is great. So I wonder if you'll be able to see the show from here, if it's frowned upon to watch the show from here. Guess we'll find out. You know, as much as everyone is really excited for Rivers of Light to open, they don't want you to sit here and line up and wait, although it seems like this group already is lining and wait. They've got your touch points here for FastPass. It's definitely going to be on FastPass. And then, I will say, these have come a long way. All of the ones that opened with the FastPass Plus all look exactly the same, but that is definitely much more themed. This is our entryway into the FastPass area, and man, looks pretty cool. Fits the Asia theme quite nicely. Entrance from a wider shot, and you can see that's how you're going to get in FastPass. I wonder if there's a regular entrance or if it's really just going to be FastPass only. Let's keep walking around. We have no walls. We can walk further around this area. I don't have to find spots to film it anymore. This is fantastic. Let's go see what we can find again. Alright, so another entrance, and yet, as you can see here, more FastPass kiosks. So, I wonder if Asia is all FastPass? And a neat little entrance there, but seems like this guy might also be an entrance, and we can find out. If not, it looks like Asia's FastPass only. And here's one final look of the Asia side, the side of the building there. Oh, we got people. What you doing? Oh, they got life vests on. I wonder if they're going to go on a boat. Probably that boat. That's cool. Alright, so it looks like on the Dino Land side is where the regular entrance is going to be that's not FastPass. Also a lot less themed. You got leaves and blue flags up there. I'm not quite really sure what the theming is on that one, but this guy's installing something. It's interesting, because while it's in Dino Land, you've got Asia cast members staffing outside of it. And then also, it really looks more like of the Tree of Life area theming, or like Viva Gaia, all that stuff. So, interesting. Yeah, this is kind of neat. So we got standing room only sections over here, as well as the benching that you saw. But this looks like additional capacity standing room only. I also wonder if like you could like squeeze into like this area right here, just kind of like stand up on your tiptoes, and you could probably watch the show from here too. Here you go. Another entrance here on the Dino Land side to it. And I guess that's one too. You can see the wall there. So it really looks like Asia side FastPass, this side regular, so not FastPass. Interesting. I don't project them to build new FastPass kiosks over here where they don't have them. So I guess it really is a FastPass side of the stadium and a standby side, which is kind of weird. but this appears to be an entrance into it. All right, here's one final look of the picturesque view with Everest in the background of the stadium. Definite Asia side and definite blue leafy fun side. I don't know what the theme is. I'm sure it'll make sense with the show though. This island guy over here looks pretty neat. I guess it's one of the floats for the show. It looks really well done. And the other thing to note here that I didn't notice before is something's still covered in a tent over here. So something's going on there. We gotta watch that spot. But overall, really surprised, well done. It's interesting from this angle. You can really see that's a fast pass entrance there. That's a fast pass entrance there. So it really looks like this entire side here, fast pass. This side, standby line. And they have a little more seating over here, plus the extended standing room only side over there. But I really think that capacity might be a little problem here. Although there's plenty of spots that you can kind of like squeeze in and watch and have like an obscure view. I don't know if those will be roped off or what's going on with those, but things will be happening. These domes really interest me because they're kind of nowhere near the show, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, this is Drew from Animal Kingdom, giving you an update of what's going on. We'll see you guys on the Midway. So kind of interesting, I bought this umbrella, $14 umbrella by the way. I think it's just a solid black one. Haven't opened it yet because as soon as I bought it, it stopped raining. Spring up for a little bit, I walked into a store, picked up an umbrella, and bam, no more rain. Proud owner of yet another Central Florida umbrella though, that's for sure.